Alan said, I read the rules of curling. It was like the winners have to buy the losers beer. Most people start in their 40s. I was like, right up my alley. I don't know if I heard that story or if I literally just manifested that in my head.
Jules, you're a psychic. All right, let's get into the chillest dude of the week, brought to you by our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes. And remember to celebrate responsibly. Hold on. My beers are up in my fridge right now. I got Ralphie running up the stairs to grab me a nice 12-pack. Now, Jules, I can't leave you alone. I got to crack a nice Coors Light. Cold as the Rockies with you. Up. Oh, thank you, Ralphie. You're such a good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, I love you so much. Here we go, Jules. Cheers.
Cheers, bubs.
And this week, it's a 2025 Hall of Fame NFL football class. So we got to talk about these legends getting inducted into the Hall this week, Jules. Who do we got to start it off?
Eric Allen, cornerback from 1988 to 2001, played with the Philadelphia Eagles, the New Orleans Saints, and the Raiders. Two-time second-team All-Pro, six-time Pro Bowler, 54 career interceptions, 9 defensive touchdowns, 19th year of eligibility. I remember him as a Raider. I mean, I think he retired the year they lost the Super Bowl. Or, the year they lost the Snow Bowl. He was in that game, I think. And then, I mean, he was always just a playmaker. It was a little early in my watching football days, though. But watching, the highlights over the years, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer.
I got a question for you, Jules. A lot of guys get into the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famers, make it their second year or within the first 5 years they get in. This guy's been eligible. Eric Allen has been eligible for 19 years now. Do you think it would be cooler to be into the Hall of Fame within the first 5 years? Or like Eric Allen, about 20 years later, you get a call and you're inducted to the Hall of Fame. Like, your kids might have not even known that you played the game of football, and then you're telling them that you went into the Hall of Fame. You're going into the Hall of Fame, the NFL Hall of Fame, and they're like, Daddy, you played football? Like, what would that be like?
I think you're just excited regardless.
Jules, what I'm trying to say, I'm just going to sum it up real quick, is that if you go into the Hall of Fame 10, 15, 20 years later, you get a retrospective of your whole entire career once again. You get to relive it once again. That's kind of legendary to me. Like, if you go in right when you're done playing, it's like it was just yesterday, and you don't get to relive all those exciting moments again. 20 years down the road, you get to enjoy that whole entire process again, is what I'm trying to say.
I get you. It's kind of like when you have your birthday right next to Hanukkah or Christmas. Like, you rather have that thing spaced out so you could have some gifts coming to you in May or June. So then you have a little extra time to then have perspective. Oh, it's time for a couple more presents.
So that's all I'm just trying to say is, going into a Hall of Fame 20 years later, you get to relive your whole entire career, and it feels special once again to you.
Unless you're like a Randy guy or T.O. that should have been first ballot. And I don't think they went first ballot like that. Those kind of guys can get mad, but I don't know. I think Eric Allen is probably happy.
Definitely happy.
Excited.
Oh, definitely excited. No doubt.
Who else is going in?
All right. We got Jared Allen, defensive end from 2004 to 2015. He played with Kansas City, Minnesota, Chicago, Carolina, 2-time sack leader in 2007 and 2011, 4 times first team All-Pro, 5 times Pro Bowler. I mean, he's in the Vikings Ring of Honor, record of most career safeties as well, which is a unique record. He has 4 of those, which is really, really cool. I had 1 career safety in my career, and that was in high school. And I thought it was really cool. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And he had one of the coolest sack celebrations of all time. Or is it the coolest sack celebration of all time, Jules?
Was it the rabbit out of the hat? He'd pull it out.
And he has the greatest number of all times as well. I thought he was the coolest dude when I got into the NFL in 2010 as a rookie. And I'm like, I get the face off for Jared Allen. And I'm putting my hand down and he's number 69 right in front of me. I just thought it was super cool.
If he came out in like social media time, he'd be like a different, like he was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hilarious dude. And like when you listen to his interviews, his antics in the locker room, he was just always a fun dude that you wanted to have beers with. Like he's the perfect guy to have Coors Light with, or multiple Coors Lights with, on like a big plot of land with a bunch of toys. Like he's got like Matt Light vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's, you know what I mean? They're just witty, funny ass dudes that are like smart as fuck, but like also like just insane football players. And I could be completely wrong. I don't really know Jared Allen, but that's my vibe.
Also, Jared Allen seems like the guy that whatever he's doing, it just seems like it's going to be fun and cool if you're doing it with Jared Allen. For example, he almost made the Olympics team on the Olympics USA curling team he almost made. I mean, how cool is that? Like curling isn't that cool, but Jared Allen curling on the Olympics team is cool.
But that's him. That's like him making fun of the world, I bet. Like, look at his number is 69. He's like, this is an Olympic sport. I'm going to train to do this. And like, that was him, like, probably throwing shade at someone. Like, one of his boys got hammered and said, I bet you can't be an Olympian. He's like, fuck you, I'll be an Olympian. They're both shit-faced, probably hammered. They made a bet, and he's like, had to go try to become an Olympian because of it. I bet you that's how, something along that line is how he became an Olympian. Him and one of his boys, him and some friend probably had like some kind of bet, won or lost, and joined an Olympic team. That's how cool he is. He's a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Next guy.
Oh,
Antonio Gates.
Let me present Antonio Gates, one of my favorite tight ends.
Let me. Kent State. All
right, fine, Jules. I understand.
No,
Kent State alumni.
Tight end.
I'm a tight end. No,
it's your turn.
He went to your,
I'll go receiver.
Your school. He went. All right, you get.
Go ahead.
You get,
he didn't play football.
You get.
He didn't play football. You get him.
All right. That's cool. That's fair. Then that's fair. We got one of my favorite tight ends of all time. One of the most smoothest route runners to ever play the game. One of the slipperiest route runners to play as well. Antonio Gates, tight end of the San Diego Chargers from 2003 to 2018, undrafted, was a basketball player in college, came from Kent State, obviously, where Julian Edelman played. He was a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler, over 11,000 receiving yards. He holds the record for most touchdowns by a tight end score with 116 touchdowns. And what's really special is he got LT inducting him into the Hall of Fame. And Antonio Gates was an inspiration to myself. He was an inspiration to many of the tight ends out there. I was proud to see Antonio Gates get inducted to the Hall of Fame because it doesn't just represent Antonio Gates. It represents tight ends as a whole. So it gives that recognition to our position of how special being a tight end is. And just watching his game, he was a solid blocker in the run game. He was a team player. He came through crucial moments for the Chargers whenever they needed a big play from him. And I just loved watching how good of a route runner he was. And he elevated the tight end position to a whole nother level and put it on the map.
Where does he rank amongst the greatest tight ends of all time?
I always put Antonio Gates in the top 5. No doubt about that. He has the most touchdown receptions of all time as a tight end too. In the top 5 tight ends, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint where the top 5 belong, because if you really look at it, in the top 5, every tight end in the top 5 has their own special trait and their own category of what they did in the pass game. You know, I'm talking about taking away all the blocking that involves, you know, that involves what a tight end does. But if we're just looking at the receptions and what they did in the pass game, the top 5 tight ends are hard to kind of place, you know, and it all depends on how you're looking at it and viewing it as well. But he's definitely top 5 and just one of the one of the best of all time.
He is, man. It was so fun to get to watch him. Tony Gonzalez did with the whole running basketball routes in football, but like he really was playing basketball on the football field. Like if you watch him run routes, like how he'd shake fools up at the top of the route, or he'd just body you up, or he would just beat you with quickness. Like he was the ultimate matchup nightmare. Couldn't put anyone on him. They did the whole, remember when they viced you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They viced him.
Mm-hmm.
They did that to him too. Like he went to my college, got to spend some time with. He's a fucking awesome dude, and he is a Hall of Famer. Lastly, Sterling Sharpe, receiver, 1988 to 1994 for the Packers, 3-time first team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time reception leader, 89, 92, 93, receiving yard leader in 92, career cut short due to a neck injury. His brother's, another great, Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer. They will become the first brothers inducted together. Shannon will be introducing the 26th-year eligibility of his brother, who's finally getting into the Hall. Now, I don't really remember watching Sterling as a kid because it was right before I started watching when he was dicing up the NFL. But from what I hear from anyone that I respect talk about the game, they said he was just the man. And even when you listen to Shannon Sharpe talk about his older brother, I mean, he gives so many roses and flowers and praise to his brother. And Shannon is like he's probably up there and the greatest at his position too. Like it's crazy that his career had to get shortened due to a neck injury. But from what I heard, if he kept on playing, they're saying this guy was like insane.
Shannon always said too, I've heard him say it plenty of times, is that his older brother was always the better football player than he was.
Yeah, I've heard it too, yeah.
But shout out to Sterling, finally getting, making it to the Hall of Fame. It's unfortunate that he had that neck injury. I mean, he had to stop playing after 6 years, but it just shows what type of player that he was, that he just made it into the NFL Hall of Fame, and he only played 6 years in the league. So he was an absolute beast out there. 3-time leader, as I think 3-time reception leader in the NFL when he was playing. Just an absolute beast out there, and probably just as jacked as Shannon as well. I mean, that family, they're sharp. Their bodies are sharp. I can tell you that.
They are sharp. Now, the Jared Allen story, trying to make it to Olympics, I guess his pursuit had started as a wager with a friend about qualifying for a PGA Tour event. However, after seeing the story of Eddie the Eagle, an unlikely Olympic ski jumper from England, Allen set his sights on qualifying for an even bigger stage. Allen first looked at giving badminton a shot, but after doing some research, 41-year-old realized way too much movement at that age. Badminton is hard, very hard. I tried to beat my coach once, who was a badminton coach. He beat my ass for like 3 straight hours, and he had no athleticism in JUCO. Allen said, I read the rules of curling. It was like the winners have to buy the losers beer. Most people start in their 40s. I was like, right up my alley. So I don't know if I heard that story or if I literally just manifested that in my head.
Jules, you're a psychic.
I'm a psychic.
You were spot on.
Well, that was the chillest dude of the week, presented by our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/dudes and celebrate responsibly.